Try the Elf on the Shelf menu, only at IHOP.
An Angel Mom son's killer released from prison and deported to Mexico overnight. This morning, she's thanking ICE and the Trump administration. Agnes Gibboney lost her son, Ronald Da Silva, when he was murdered by a previously deported illegal immigrant in 2002. Agnes Gibboney joins us now. Welcome, Agnes.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your son, Ronald.
My son was a perfect little child, caring, loving, obedient. As an adult, he was just a little prankster, a little jokester, loved animals. He was a good friend, just a perfect son. Beautiful smile, gave the best hugs ever.
Oh. Tell us what happened to him in 2002.
Ronald was standing on the driveway where he took some fruit for his children. He had two boys. They were 8 and 10 at the time, and she hadn't gotten home, so he was about to leave. And Ronald noticed somebody coming behind him and said, "Who's that?" And his friend turned, and this gang member fired a gun who was meant for his friend. He was going to shoot his friend in the back, but struck my son in the arm, and he died in surgery. He literally bled to death.
So you were recently told that he was going to be released, but you did not know if he was going to be deported, correct?
Correct. This week has been the most overwhelming, emotional roller coaster I've ever felt. First, hearing from ICE saying that they are not going to be notified that he's going to be released, and I fought until the very end. I wasn't going to give up because everybody feels threatened by having another felon released back into our community, and I was just so filled with emotion. I feel like a plugged pipe with plugged with emotions when I found out that he had been taken in by ERO, enforcement removal officers. Thank you for them, for their service, and to ICE. And he had been deported. Yesterday, they put him over the fence, over to Mexico, where he belongs. And hopefully he will never come back to victimize somebody else.
Right. And you've actually had the chance to meet with President Trump multiple times to thank him for his positions and his positions on illegal immigration and on deportations and working with ICE. Have you met with California legislators, specifically with Governor Newsom?
Never. In fact, I wrote him 2 letters in May asking him how my family can prepare and protect ourselves when this felon is going to be released, May 7th and May 15th, and he never even gave me the courtesy of answering to any of the letters. President Trump is the only one that cared, showed compassion and understanding, and in my 49 years living in the United States, I've only respected 2 presidents, Ronald Reagan and my President Trump. He's the most compassionate, caring, kind man. And I'll tell you, I love him so much and respect him that if there would be a bullet coming his way, I would shield his body with mine to protect him so he can continue doing the great things he's doing for our nation.
So if you could speak to Governor Newsom, what would you tell him?
I would tell him to end sanctuary state, end this nonsense, and start paying attention to citizens and start deporting illegal aliens and criminals, especially criminals who have already violated and created victims. We do not need them in our country. We do not need them anywhere to continue victimizing innocent people, because there is no coming back from this. This is permanent. There is no, this is where I visit my son. This is where I hug him. Now, this individual that murdered my son, his family can go over to Mexico to see him and hug him. I would never see my son on this earth again, and this is not fair.
Well, Agnes, I want to thank you so much for sharing your story. It's very painful. I really admire you, and you're still a mama bear, and you're still fighting for your son, and it's truly admirable. So thank you for joining us this morning, and I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. And I wanted to thank ICE and ERO and all the men and women who worked on my case, and everybody from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you, too.
Remember Kanye West's surprise performance at a Texas prison? Well, atheists now have a problem with it. Lawrence Jones